South Holland Public Library for having us today, for possibly having a meeting. I'd like to thank all who came out tonight. Third, I don't know, I would assume most people in the room know. However, our assessor, Cassandra, recently, her husband passed away. So if I could, before I say a few words, if we could have a moment of silence, please, for Jesse. Thank you. All right, thank you. We called a special meeting today in the effort to get some of our insurance issues and our tax levy passed today. However, as you can see, we do not have a quorum. But I just want to state that even if we did have a quorum today, we would not have been able to address some of the major insurance issues that we have going on. It was a start. We were looking to do some property insurance today, and we were also looking to do some auto insurance. So we have those in place. However, even if we were able to do some today, which like I said was our intention, we still would not have had liability insurance or workers' comp. And those are obviously extremely crucial to what we do with our day-to-day operations. So with that being said, we still have work to do. I mean, we're still trying to get some answers and trying to get some good products that we could go ahead and look at and approve. Like I said, however, unfortunately, even if we did have a quorum today, that would not have been the case, because I know it's been out there, saying that we were, Trustee Carlisle and myself, were holding a lot of things up, and that obviously isn't the case, because when it comes to those, especially say that those two products, we just don't have anything to vote on right now. But even going on that, saying to vote on it, these insurance products are something that we have never voted on before. So you could take that as you will, as to why are we voting on them now. There's always things that are underlying as to the reasons why. However, like I said, that's a fact. We have not voted on these products before. So going back, this is something that could have been taken care of, and we shouldn't even be in this place right now. So that's, like I said, as far as the insurance, that's where we're at. As far as the levy, once again, we were looking to pass that today. That way the township could go forward in at least somewhat of a manner that we would know, kind of where we're at, because that's something obviously that's extremely important. We need to get that passed. In the last meeting we attempted to pass it. The attorney had said that yes, ideally you should have a budget in place. However, it wasn't necessary, and she had advised that we should pass it. And if I could remind everybody from the last meeting, Trustee Carla and myself voted for that. However, there were other no votes for that. So, and I said it in the meeting. Okay, it's one of these things where we could vote on it. Let's get it passed. If for some reason it wasn't correct, then it doesn't matter. But if it was okay, then it's done. We didn't have to worry about it again. So now we're into two meetings where we could have got this taken care of, but it has not been. Like I said, and we attempted to do the yes vote last time, and it didn't pass. We attempted to get it done tonight, obviously, and due to lack of quorum, we're just not going to be able to do that. So we'll have to kind of evaluate things and see where our next steps will be. But like I said, unfortunately, as far as today's meeting, like I said, it's not going to take place. One of the things we had a few people that did sign up, I think about 6 maybe, for public comment. If you still would like to state your public comments, I mean, we're here, so we'll entertain those. I know there's been a few times where people have felt that they didn't get their word, they were, kind of stifled. So we're here to obviously let the people talk. And so if you're still willing to do your public comments, please do so. So, Jennifer Roberts. Oh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
If I could, we'll do the same 3 minutes. If that, we won't change that. So just
I won't be before you long. The supermayor's time is almost up, and we can't be happier. Until then, I understand that William Moore is her executive assistant. Does that mean that his job is to follow her around in Dalton, locking up trustees and preventing them from doing their jobs? Is it to prevent people from asking her questions? Is it to bring her Fiji water and her very own mic? Is he her personal exorcist to drive away demonic residents? I want to know personally, how well is that working for her? Kamal Woods, we have yet to receive a report on him about the supposed at-risk youth department he directs. It has been reported that he makes over $100,000 a year, but the trustees have not had a chance to evaluate his job performance during closed session. One might think that the supervisor is purposefully allowing chaos to disrupt a meeting before closed session can occur. Also, I would like to know, when did the insurance lapse and which policies were they? What is the usual process for renewing insurance and what prevented that from happening? Tiffany wants the seniors to believe that Chris and Carmen are the reasons why the insurance was not paid, therefore causing services to be interrupted. Chris and Carmen wanted to approve the insurance policies that the township was able to get. We still don't know if any insurance company will offer the township liability insurance with Tiffany as supervisor. After all, she said in her own words, I get sued all the time. Can someone please answer that question? I think it's important for the residents and especially the seniors to know. Last but not least, I am concerned about the accuracy of Clerk Wells' reporting. On the township's website, her minutes from October the 30th meeting show that a motion to approve a tax refund passed through. No quorum was present. How is that possible? Thank you.
Angela Hubbard.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angela Hubbard. I'm here to inform the Super She-Devil and Kamal Woods came short on payments for August 2024 through December 2024. Now it's January 2025. And as of today, you are late, so don't forget to add in all late fees. Although I'm not part of the litigation, I am Janetta Hull's mother and standing here in her stead. You're welcome to give me a cashier's check, not a certified check, because let me explain the difference. A cashier's check is signed by the bank. A certified check is signed by the account holder, and we don't want to deal with any of your personal accounts. Or you can Zeller, all I care. Just do it immediately. Like I said, you came this morning with some checks, but they were short. I've been watching all your shenanigans for about 4 years and truly can't keep up. Thanks to NBC5 reporter Regina Waldrop's documentary, The Cost of Chaos in Dalton, a few weeks ago that detailed most of her underhanded bull stuff. Tiffany, you always say, let me educate you. Well, yes, you have educated us on what to do when renting to a tenant. We will for sure do our due diligence for future tenants. An example, background checks, maybe even fingerprints and blood sample. Thought we were good on renting to a mayor and her guy. Boy, were we educated. We were doing you a favor by looking out for your safety and keeping you low key when it came to the lights and gas bill not being in your name. Tiffany, you and Kamal are simply wrong and should be super tired of this debauchery. Tiffany, you have disgraced the town of Dalton, Thornton Township, and I'm sure your own parents. Now you are commingling in Thornton Township funds, allegedly. I once heard you quote Dr. King about being the dream. No, Tiff, you are a nightmare. The audacity of you and Kamal to change locks, garage codes, and not giving Janetta access to even inspect her Harvard house.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Marcucci, there you go. No, it's just like it was almost gonna be just crazy.
And to follow up on the subject of Janetta Hall, I'm Kirk Marcucci, also known to some of you as the super server. I'm the one that served the papers to that witch. It's really pathetic how a boyfriend who's making $100,000 a year and someone who's making $250,000 a year as a supervisor and $50,000 as a mayor can't pay your damn rent. You like to yell and moan how everyone's ganging up on a black woman. Well, guess what, Tiffany? You have taken a black woman's house. You have held money from a black woman. Don't give us any of your BS race card. You are absolute scum, taking money and property from someone who worked their ass off for it, unlike you. Let me educate you on that. And you better have her money or the super server may be coming at you with some more paperwork. Take that to the bank.
Paul Roberts.
Pathetic. It's pathetic. You don't even live here. How you laughing about that?
Good afternoon, fellow residents. Unless law enforcement decides to do something, we still have 4 more months of Tiffany Henyard as township supervisor. It is now too late to hope that she listens to us or works reasonably with the trustees. The last time I begged her to do that here, she told an attorney to get an emergency restraining order against me. If we have to endure 4 more months of a stubborn supervisor, we need to either establish a survival strategy for Thornton Township or agree to abolish it. We must continue to watch how she spends tax dollars, knowing that there's no county or state law enforcement, and knowing that she has made it difficult for us to do our research. FOIA requests are answered in a method to suit the supervisor's agenda by an uncertified FOIA officer whose identity is a closely guarded secret. The survival strategy for the township needs to start by addressing a basic question. Is Thornton Township an effective use of tax dollars? My understanding is that the township's reason to exist is to provide residents with needed services that aren't provided elsewhere. But our township is full of food pantries, turkeys at Thanksgiving, toy giveaways at Christmas, and lots of community events in local parks during the warm weather. I can name only one service the township currently provides which isn't available elsewhere: the assessor's office. Where else can you go to get good advice on how to navigate government bureaucracy to minimize your property tax bill without paying large fees to an attorney? How can a township survive if residents cannot communicate with the supervisor or the trustees? At least Dalton has tea with the trustees and functional email. How can anyone know the financial health of the township when the official record is so scrambled that the usual accountant refuses to audit it? How can the board of trustees and supervisor resolve conflicts when they hire a politically connected attorney to defend only the supervisor? Voter turnout for township offices is abysmally low. 4 years ago, only 11.4% of registered voters in Thornton Township bothered to vote. That means 88.6% of voters chose the perennial popular candidate known as none of the above. At least there's some competition for township offices this year. Voters can ask candidates to justify the existence of township government and demand something other than the same old programs from recycled politicians. However, there will not be a referendum question to dissolve the township. One could say that the popular candidate known as none of the above got kicked off the ballot this year.
He's reading, he don't mean it.
Alicia.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, ditto.
Good evening, everyone, except William Moore. First I want to start, I do want to address William Moore. I want to let you know, I am a Thornton Township resident, and I'm telling you now on record with the media around, stop using those inflammatory, antagonistic, deliberate phrases when you try to say that I don't live in the township, because I in fact do. Don't forget you're a Thornton Township employee perpetuating lies and nonsense. You're loud and you're wrong. DeMarcus, you're on the phone with Tiffany. Tell her we miss her here. You haven't said one word. You have the phone up to your ear. Why would you even be in a meeting with the phone up to your ear the whole time? Because you're a Thornton Township employee. Are you not?
Do I work for the township? No, I do not.
Okay, well, why are you always like
Doesn't
speaking
matter.
on behalf? Why are
I'm
you
a
mad at
resident.
me?
I'm a resident.
And
here.
I am too.
Okay then, so.
Okay, so I have a right to speak, but I have a right to address you if I want to. You're in a meeting. But anyway, okay. Like I said, William Moore, I am a Thornton Township resident, so
Don't prove that
watch
to me.
what
Why you
you
prove it to
say.
me?
Because
Don't
you're the
put it
one
out.
that's always trying to point me out inflammatorily, saying that I'm not a Thornton Township resident. You don't have anything to say now, but you had a mouthful at the meeting in Harvey with all of the supporters.
You
And
don't
I
have to
guess
prove
you.
that to me, ma'am. You need to just
Excuse me?
address that.
Well,
Address
I will
that.
ask you again, why are you always in Dalton when you're getting a paycheck from Thornton Township? I will ask that again,
Can I
and I would
address
like
that?
an, yes, you
Yeah,
can.
you don't deserve an answer from me.
Oh, I
Who are-
do,
Who are
I
you?
do.
Who are
I
you
do.
to deserve
I'm
an
a
answer
Thornton
from me?
Township resident that pays
No.
your salary.
You don't
That's
deserve
who I
an answer
am.
from me.
That's who well, answer the residents. Don't answer me, answer them. Why are you always in Dalton?
4 years,
Okay.
ma'am, 4 years.
Okay, I will, I will.
For you.
Hey, Jed, we love
We
Jed.
tried. They want you to tell us what to do.
But also, you know, again, residents look and see what's going on. The insurance was so important. Remember, the insurance was so important, and it was all because Carmen and Chris that the insurance didn't go through. Although Tiffany ignored the fact that there was not insurance, she still dropped people off, seniors off, at doctor's appointments with uninsured vehicles. Keith Price said, oh, maybe they got insurance for one day.
Right.
Did they keep extending it? Because they have been on the road since the first night it was Christmas Eve and then beyond, every single day up until Friday. So I want to know about that one day insurance and if it was extended at all. DeMarcus, William?
There's the trustees right there, ma'am.
No,
You
I'm
should address
asking
that.
you, because you're in our back pocket, so you should know. Okay.
4 years, ma'am.
Will do.
4 years.
Will do, but anyway, residents, see what's going on. It is not Carmen Carlisle and Chris Gonzalez that's stopping the insurance. Look who's not here. Tiffany Henry is not here. If the insurance was so important in getting you guys to your appointments, she would be here.
She's been
Same
every
with
meeting.
the
They
food
haven't been to 8
boxes.
meetings.
Same with the
been
food
every
boxes.
meeting.
It's my time, excuse
you
you.
don't have time, ma'am.
Excuse you. He's so petty,
They
he's
haven't
recording
been to
this
every
for
meeting.
Tiffany, but she can't be here, but she can be on the phone and have them record, but she can't stand up
She's been
for the
here.
residents that she
Time.
loves so much.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
should be addressing your body, ma'am, not me.
Vivian Allen.
I'm addressing you.
That's right. Insurance won't even insure her.
But they don't, but she's still gonna ride those
Well,
trucks.
they said in the past that they did the insurance. How did they do it in the past? How did you do the insurance in the past?
They auto renew.
Auto renew? You don't have to have a board meeting?
You didn't sign up a comment. Did you sign up a comment?
Yeah, you should be
You didn't sign up a comment.
Who are you telling me how it should be? You
All right,
running a
please,
meeting? This is not a meeting.
go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so, is this mic on?
Are you gonna check
Anyway.
me and then you're out of order?
So,
You can't check me, you're out of order.
whenever you're done, sir, whenever you're done.
It's just it's a deflection
You
from what's
just
really
don't
going
want, you
on.
just don't
Excuse me,
want.
if you want to speak, you have to sign up for public comment. She has the floor. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
So you can sign me up.
Thank you, trustees, for attempting to do what you've been trying to do, which is, pay the bills that are supposed to be paid.
Not true.
And make sure that the other money that she is trying to do her last ditch stealing effort,
Not
that
true.
you are the ones that's blocking it. So I do give you kudos to actually putting this meeting together, just to make sure that the residents understand that you guys are here for us. It is not about Henyard, it is not about her goons, it is about the residents and the people of this township. What we have to do is make sure that we stand in unity, and we have to ask her to step down. This and what she have been doing is ridiculous, and nobody can stop her, because right now, she's just a loose cannon right now. So what we need to do is we need to continue to show up at every meeting until she is voted out of Dalton, because she's not gonna be on the ballot for Thornton Township. But we have to make sure that we are standing in solidarity, asking this lady to step down every chance we get, because she does not deserve the seat. She is not qualified for the seat. And one thing about her is she is unapologetic. But what happened with, and I don't care if it has nothing to do with the township, but what happened with Fania Dukes and Andrew Holmes, and we have verification that that guy did sexually assault Fania Dukes, and for her to be a mayor and a supervisor and our leader and not even make a statement, even with today, instead of her showing up, she's a coward. She's a big coward for not showing up for the people. Because if you care about somebody that was your assistant, you still would show up at both meetings and make sure that you address what's going on. So again, we have to stand strong. I'm glad that we have a meeting full of people. We have some rejects in here, but that's okay. But they'll go back and they'll give her accurate notes. She's probably on the phone with them now. She's probably on my live still. I think I blocked her. But anyway, I just want y'all to know that we have to make sure that we continue to show up until we barge her ass out of this township. Thank you.
Now, Taylor?
Thank you, sir.
I have so many issues, but I don't even know where to start. This is just amazing what is going on here in Thornton Township and in Dalton. And in Thornton Township, it fits 17 towns or cities. We have, I don't know, Evelina, I don't know what name to give to this young lady. When she first got in, people had high hopes for her. Young, black, gifted. We didn't know she was stupid. The sad thing about it is there are at least 4 people in this room that work for her. And 2 of them were speaking a few minutes ago. They know nothing. What kind of positions do they have, administrative or whatever, but they can't answer any questions in her absence.
It's not a meeting, ma'am.
I don't care if it's a meeting or not, man.
It's a meeting for them.
You be quiet. The problem is, you have diarrhea of the lips, but you can't speak on anything of substance. The problem is, too many people working for her, but they can't tell you anything. They can't tell you what's going on, they can't tell you why she's not here. She put out, first tried to say the meeting in Dalton was canceled, and people had to rebut that. She didn't say she wasn't coming to this one, but I see she didn't show up, unless she's hiding out somewhere. And I'm quite sure they are recording this for her benefit. One thing is, Sister Girl said the buses were not gonna run because of the insurance. She got them to that big bingo, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
And she got furniture in there. She got everything she could in that so-called police department building that she spent all that money putting the name up there, nothing else going on. Those buses have been rolling up and down, even seen in Indiana, out of state.
Yes.
The problem is, she keeps playing that same story over and over again, every place she goes, saying that the buses are not running. But clearly they are, because we see them on the street. So, does she think we're stupid, that we're all blind? I'm kind of hard of hearing, but my eyesight's still pretty good.
All right now.
Another thing is, I'd like to know, why was there a moving truck at the township a couple of Sundays ago in the evening? What were they taking out? Where were they taking it to? Why did they feel the need to go in there since they said the building was closed? A lot of sneaky stuff is going on. A lot of sneaky stuff. And that's sad. And I try to write notes for myself, but my writing is so bad. I can't even read my own writing. One thing about it is, she plays that same song every place she goes about how she is our savior. And she really tries to appeal to the seniors because she's thinking, I'm a senior, I'm 78 years old. But I'm not blind, crippled, or crazy yet. And I do understand, and I am educated. So Chick doesn't have to let me educate. She should have shown up. She could have brought her boo with her. We don't care. And the whole world knows she got a married boo. She could have brought him with her. He could have been her bodyguard or anybody else she wanted to be her bodyguard. Sad, pitiful, absolutely the leader of an evil cabal. All those people that work for her crew, she has a rap sheet, and they do too. Can't you find somebody with some substance, with some quality, with some values?
Prove it.
But the problem is,
Her time is up and she's still
birds
talking,
of
so
a
what are
feather
we
flock
doing?
together.
What are we doing?
So that's the kind she likes.
It's not a meeting, thank you. It's not a meeting, thank you. It's not a meeting. You're right. Thank you, sir.
You out of order. Hey, there's the door.
Same door you came in?
All right, that was the last person on the list. Once again, like I said, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out.
Is he on the list?
And,
He's not on the list.
He's standing up there because him and his wife work for the township. Right. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. That's about to come to an end.
I mean, one of y'all gotta go back.
Know your name? You write your name on the straight line there? You gotta write your name on the straight line.
I hope the follow-up works.